up being on some chill shit. We go 0 to 100, nigga, real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bill shit. And I don't feel that shit, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth, nigga. My actions being louder than my words, nigga. How you sold, I been still sold down to earth, nigga. Niggas won't do it.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the blockbuster trade that happened today, Jimmy Butler being traded to the 76ers. And now, I know this might be a hot take, but I feel like the 76ers kind of lost this trade. So let's get on to why Jimmy Butler was traded. Jimmy Butler was traded to the Timberwolves because of his rash statements and locker room issues with the team. You might think that Butler was kind of speaking facts, but he attacked the team in the wrong approach, which made him and the organization look bad. Butler would constantly bitch about how shitty the Timberwolves are, how shitty Wiggins is, and how shitty Karl Anthony Towns is, and I completely agree with him. The lack of effort that Towns and Wiggins show on the court is just so obvious. Even Derrick Rose, the former MVP, who never has been the same after his ACL injury, has been complaining about their lack of effort. Here's a clip of how they've both been acting and playing on the court.
To go in a 7-point game. Butler to Towns. Ibaka guards him. Towns, a deep three air ball. And now a foul. Wow.
Shoot that, you gotta have a little more in your legs for that. He's had a tough night tonight, Karl Anthony Towns. 12 points, 8 boards, 4 of 16 shooting. But I'll say this, the fact that the Raptors are playing a little smaller.
You can really just tell that they both don't give a fuck. There are players who are God-gifted but don't decide to take advantage of it. It's a fucking joke. Like, it's honestly a joke. It's like watching Nathan Peterman play. Not that Nathan Peterman was God-gifted, but he's in the NFL for a reason. But I mean, you can't blame Cat or Wiggins for the Timberwolves' trouble. Butler would intentionally do bad in games just to get traded, and it cost them a lot of games. Yes, he does average good stats like 21 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block, which is really good, but he just doesn't fit the Thibs or Timberwolves system. Butler also later played against the Warriors, which they were destined to lose because let's be honest, the Warriors are stupidly stacked, but he sits out against the Jazz and Blazers. Then finally he plays 43 and 41 minutes the next 2 games. If you're really gonna rest your starter in 2 crucial games, then start him in the next 2, it really doesn't make any fucking sense. The same incident happened between Melo and the Nuggets. The Nuggets would constantly ignore the team that Melo preferred, but the difference between Melo and Butler is that Melo still played, even with all the drama. Melo didn't jerk Denver around, he fulfilled his contract. To make matters worse, Butler has been playing too many minutes apparently. All of these issues have been pissing Butler off. He came out and said, "This shit has to stop. We have 14 different guys." With that being said, we can officially say that the Bulls won the trade. Cue credits. Nah, I'm just kidding, but this is seriously becoming ridiculous coming from Butler. He's an all-star, a grown man, crying about his team and their lack of effort, but this is ridiculous coming from the 2 all-star players. They should be performing at their level. This is also ridiculous coming from Thibs. He should be doing more instead of just sitting around the sidelines being quiet. The whole Timberwolves situation is just a whole fucking mess. But let's get on with the meat of the video, the main event, the trade. The Wolves traded Jimmy Butler and Justin Patton for Robert Covington, Dario Saric, Jared Bayless, and a 2022 second round pick. Now you might think my opinion's wild, but I really believe that the Wolves won this trade. For the situation that they were in, they really did win this trade. Let's go back to the previous trade on draft night. The Wolves traded for Butler, giving up Dunn, Levine, and Markkanen. They lost the chance of giving up 3 players who could average 20 plus a night, potentially, for a guy who's a 1-year rental, who averages 20 as well, but for a 1-year rental. But it's actually kinda crazy how they got something out of nothing. They got 2 players who could potentially average 15 plus a night and gave up a team cancer. Covington at 27 is averaging 11 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block per game. That's not too shabby, but his number 1 issue is being consistent. He isn't as consistent as he should be, but I think he could eventually be at a higher level. Moving on to my main man Dario. I fucking love Saric. At 24, the former first round pick is averaging 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists, which is actually pretty good for his age. Saric is somewhat efficient, but not really. What I mean by that is that he could score some nights, but Not all the time. It's kind of like Covington. Knowing all this shit, the 76ers did gain a well-experienced all-star, but at such cost in losing their bench. The Wolves gained 2 pretty solid guys in the draft pick. To wrap it all up, all I gotta say is props to both teams. Both teams really did what they needed to do. The 76ers needed a reliable, defensive, efficient veteran who has played in the playoffs, and the Wolves needed players who wouldn't weigh them down. Maybe with Butler gone, the Wolves will get that spark that they needed. Anyways, with that being said and done, I think I'm gonna have to wrap up the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please share with your friends, like the video, all that good stuff.